everyone. Welcome to this episode of Talking About Rock, sponsored by School of Rock, North Buffalo. I'm Rob Edwards. Today we have for you Swedish melodic rockers WILDNESS, here to chat about their new album, Resurrection. Let's welcome guitarist Adam Holmström to the show. Adam, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me and having this discussion with me.
Yeah, sure. It's so great to have you here with us, definitely. So let's give our listeners a little bit of history lesson here. So you guys formed in 2014, and the band started performing live. You guys released a few demos during the first 2 years. And then after that, you released 2 albums on the German label AOR Heaven, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Okay, and then prior to the release of that, you did a self-titled debut album in 2017, and I guess that was a great international success for you. There was a lot of buzz around that.
Yeah, I think it sold well. I think both of them sold very well. Don't know any figures, but I know that well, they're out of stock right now. So
that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
I don't know.
Sign, right?
Maybe it's just was like 100 printers, so maybe it's
right.
Yeah,
so then,
but yeah. So now we're gonna re-release the first one. Yeah, about
excellent.
But maybe we'll come there later. Sorry.
Okay. So and then jumping into 2018, you guys were performing with the likes of Dokken, Heat, Dee Snider, Crash Diet, Dragon Force, tons of people here. Arch Enemy, Warrant, Vixen, and then you got a slot opening for Pretty Maids. How did that come about?
Well, actually, we Eric, the drummer, is he kind of knows everyone in this business, at least the people from Sweden. So he knew the guy who was booking that show. So he contacted Eric and asked us if we wanted to open for Pretty Maids. So of course we said yes to that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's always it's definitely who you know and be in the right place at the right time for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So it was a great gig, great opportunity. What you call it? Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I love that band. So then after that, you guys did a second album, Ultimate Demise, in 2020.
That's correct. Yeah. Released in the midst of all this COVID pandemic. So but I think the album sold well as well. I think it went good, everything. But of course, we couldn't go out and gig and play for it.
Right. It's so difficult. I mean, recording process, and obviously, all kinds of tours at first were canceled. Even some of the people, in different countries didn't know if they were going to be able to get home. So they were kind of afraid about that. So
and I mean, in Sweden, I think we had we had more loose restrictions here than you had in the United States, as I understand
it kind of crept up on us here, and they just kind of made it, more restrictions. At first, it was just, they really didn't kind of let it all out exactly what was going on in the world, right? And then it kind of you got more and more news every day.
Exactly, it was crazy. And I mean, in Sweden, we had a very open in the beginning, but still, it wasn't really opportunities to live gig anyway. So yeah, you better.
Yep. So we're here actually to talk about the upcoming release you guys got for Resurrection. That's out from Frontiers Music on October 14th. Tell us a little bit about that. And we kind of really touched upon it a little bit, but you were still probably recording this during the pandemic, or?
Yeah, we recorded most of it in the beginning of this year. Actually, we signed with the label last autumn. Maybe I can't remember exactly when, but maybe October or something like that. Maybe it was later or earlier. And with an album like this, you have to have it all in before, maybe 4 or 5 months before the release. So we started recording it in maybe December, January, something like that.
And were you able to get into the studios and do this, or were you guys still passing files and stuff? Or
I mean, today you can do so much from home. So the drums are recorded in a real studio. I mean, our bass player Marcus is from the northern part of Sweden. He's actually in Kiruna. That's the most northern city in whole Sweden. So he records everything at home. The other guitar player Pontus likes to record much at home as well. So it was and also the singer Eric. So I recorded most of my rhythm guitars and some of the leads together with the drummer Eric, and then I recorded the last few solos at home.
Yeah, I can't believe that, you know, we have all that technology now. The perfect time we needed it, right? At this point in the world, to be able to do things remotely and, you know, order stuff, and you guys can record, and, you know, and you could even practice like virtual to get together virtually if you wanted to.
Yeah,
but
maybe, probably.
You know,
maybe some latency down, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Right.
We haven't tried it. No.
So I really like the latest single you guys got out called Nightmare. Tell us a little bit about that.
That's a song written by Eric, and on that album we actually split up most of the guitar work. So I recorded half of the songs and Pontus recorded the other half of the song. So that's actually one of the songs that I don't play on. So I can't say so much about the recording process. But Eric Modin wrote the song, and it was like an old song. We actually had it even before the first album. We thought it was maybe too similar to other songs. We wanted to keep it for a later album. So it's been with us for a couple of years now.
Yeah, it's always good to stockpile some stuff and
give
it around just in case, right? You never know when you need it. Like it's like the big vault that Eddie Van Halen has of millions of things, right? Who knows if we'll ever hear that? But he always had something. But
even we have a lot of demo songs that probably never will be released, but still, you know, have been recorded. So
yep. Well, I really like the track for Nightmare, so we're going to take a look at the video for it here and play it real quick, and we'll be right back here on Talking About Rock.
I
Okay, we're back here on Talking About Rock with Adam Holmström from WILDNESS. Just checked that track for Nightmare. Pretty cool stuff. I was really liking that. So I always have some standard questions I always ask some of the different musicians, and we get a lot of different answers. Do you have certain effects or things you like to use or has influenced your sound? You know, do you like rack mounted better? I know pedals have come back now and everybody's gone to the pedals, but I remember racks was a big thing for a while.
Yeah, I never been into those rack amplifiers. I usually have a smaller tube amp that's from Vixen. Really simple to like, very flexible sound. I got a lot of effects and stuff, and it's very easy to just take on a plane and stuff like that. So it's very comfortable. But actually, I bought a modular amp from XFX. I don't know if you know Fractal Audio. Have you heard about those?
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah. Yep.
So I actually have it. Yeah, here I can see if I can show it to you. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Right.
So that's we actually recorded most of the guitars through this amp, and we reamped the guitars that wasn't recorded. And I will probably use this one in the future then, because it sounds really good and it's very, very just easy to take with you wherever you want to go. But before, both me and Pontus used those Vixen Grandmaster amps, but he actually sold his, and he's gone back to the old pedal stuff. So he has like a big pedal board. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's what I see now. I see the guys come out and they got this huge suitcase of all their pedals in there, set up and stuff.
I would love to have that, but I just, it takes so much time to just sit down and twerk everything, and I'm more a plug and play kind of person.
You can just have it set right in there and the different things. And I know they have this about a lot of the bad thing about the pedals was you would get it set and then the knobs would move a little bit, and then you wouldn't get the sound you wanted. So I've seen someone that came out with these little items you stick over the knobs, right? So they don't move anymore, because that had to drive guitarists crazy, right?
I know that Pontus has one of those on his delay pedal, because he has found his setting that he wants to keep.
Yeah, so everybody's looking for that certain sound or certain tone or certain crunch they want out of their guitar.
It's so different wherever you go. That's the good thing with these amp modelers, because you can line them out to the sound guy, and it should at least be sounding kind of the same as in the rehearsal studio. Because when you have this tune amp, you only take the tube amps, you only take the tube amp with you, and then when you mount it to a new cab, it's gonna sound different than the cab you have in the rehearsal studio or the cab you had at the other place. And yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you're sensitive to that, then it's simpler to have this kind of solution, I guess.
Yes, definitely. All right, very cool. Yeah. So, and who would you say is maybe some of your influences for your sound or your playing?
For our sound, it's Eric Modin, the drummer, is like he writes a lot of music, so he often sets like the type of sound that we have. And I guess he's like a guy he comes from Kiss and all those bands.
Right, more the 80s rock or classic rock.
Most of us are from like the 80s stuff. I may be more into like heavy metal and thrash and stuff like that. I mean, if I want to talk my influences, I have Albin Moore shirt on me right now. He's a great guitar player I like. Sabotage is probably my favorite metal band of all time. And I mean, so there's loads of bands, and I mean later years I've been mostly into like maybe instrumental music, a lot of guitar plays, a lot of fusion and stuff like that as well.
Do they get any of the metal tours through there? I know Megadeth is on tour right now, and Metallica was on tour and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been. I became a father like actually a year ago, yesterday. So now you have to like maybe choose your gigs wisely.
Oh yes, definitely.
So I haven't been to any big shows for a while. But I mean, I think Machine had played here like this weekend it was, and I mean, yeah, a lot of bands stopped by Sweden. So
that's excellent. Yeah, that's
yeah,
a big metal community there. That's what I hear. Definitely.
I have tickets to Headbangers Ball that's gonna go through Europe this like in December. It's like Violence and some cool thrash bands. So hopefully that will.
That sounds like a great, that sounds
Yeah.
like a great show. I remember seeing
Yeah.
advertisements for some of that coming up.
Mm.
Cool. So for the new release for Resurrection, you guys got some more singles coming out for that before the release, or?
I think on the release day we will release the third single that's called "Release the Beast." That's kind of probably. Have you heard the album?
Yeah, I've listened to. I'll listen to some of it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So it's one of the harder songs, harder, or tougher, what we call heavier songs. Kind of a heavy song. Yeah.
Cool. So do you have any plans for touring or gigs lined up yet, or is that kind of still in the
we're playing
works?
We're playing this festival in Sweden next weekend, Frontiers Festival. So that's gonna be cool. We'll be playing there, and some other Swedish bands. And then we have a show in Stockholm in November, and then we're looking at the gigs like next year and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get some festivals in like around Europe and some in Sweden as well. Yeah.
Great. Well, sounds like you guys are going to be busy for sure. So if people want to know more about you and check you out, where should they check you out? On social media, on Facebook or your website, or?
Yeah, probably our Facebook. We are very active there, and we have a YouTube channel they can check out as well. Those sorts. Yeah,
all your tracks are on the streaming services. I know it's on Spotify right now, so it's probably be on like iTunes and everything else.
Yeah, Spotify is the big thing here in Sweden, so it's you can find the albums there. Probably in iTunes as well. I don't know if Apple Music and stuff like that.
Yeah, I haven't checked there as well either yet. But yeah, I know Spotify seems to be the leader right now in the streaming. But excellent, man. So yeah. Well, best of luck on the new release. It sounds really good from what I've heard. You guys got some already dates lined up. Maybe we'll get some US dates we'll see from you guys. That would be great.
Hopefully we can get over to US as well. But yeah.
That'll be excellent. Well, thank you so much for stopping in and chatting with us for a while. We really appreciate it.
I want to thank you.
All right. And if you folks out there want to know more about us, you have questions or comments, please feel free to email us at talkingboutrock@gmail.com. Like us and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And for this interview and other video interviews, you can check it out on YouTube, but it'll also be dropping to all the streaming services as well for the audio. Adam, again, thank you for being with us today. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a good one.